So this is the parking area at the Devil's Backbone open space. I'm gonna shoot for 6 miles. We'll see how it goes. It's about 54 degrees right now in Colorado, and that's a pretty nice weather, nice and cool. I don't think I'm gonna do any kind of major sweating or anything like that because it's nice and cool, but it does still get warm by noon out here. So I brought like 6 bottles of water. I have a emergency kit. I also have just a regular pocket knife here just in case I need it, and just some very basic stuff. This is going to be the first time I'm going to do the Devil's Backbone trail here, and they also call it the Wild Loop, and we'll see as we go what we discover. And our goal is to at least get to the keyhole. That's a major spot that a lot of people stop at, and we'll take a picture or a photo there and some video to let you see that section there. They do have a nice little map here in case you're not using a device or you want to go old school. You can check out the map here, and we're entering in at the Horsetooth, or actually we're entering in, of course, for the Wild Loop, which is going to be this direction here if my device serves me correctly. And these are some birds we can look out for, and we've got to watch out for snakes and things like that. All right, well, let's get started. We're gonna head towards the trail. They got some nice signage out here so that you can definitely know you're headed in the right direction. Of course, we want to go straight. That's the little bridge that they were talking about here that I was watching on videos that I was checking out, and they have a bike trail this way. No foot traffic, no hiking that way. I guess if you're just a biker, you want to come out here, this is the trail that you would take. All right, well, here is the bridge. We'll keep on going. Right at the bridge, we can already see some beautiful homes out here. Obviously that's private property, but imagine you just walk out into your front yard and have a beautiful, nice trail to do whenever you like. That's pretty awesome. Wow, it really opens up after the bridge. Beautiful view, look at this. Got another little bridge coming up. And this is one of the reasons I decided to do this trail, because of the open space out here. Keep in mind, guys, this is my first time doing this trail. Got a little bit of an incline here, Looks like we'll get our heart rate a little bit up here. I'm gonna do this little incline right here, catch my breath, and I'll let you know what we see at the top. Well, here's the nice view after that little incline. We got the sunrise right over the hills. It's beautiful. Right now we're about 0600 hours, and so you can get an idea if you want to stay cool before it gets too warm. This is around the time you should definitely visit the Devil's Backbone. Beautiful. All right, we're here at a decision. We have the left and the right trail, and according to the geography, I mean, you have a choice. You can take the higher ground or the lower ground, and if I'm not mistaken, since it's my first time here, I believe if you go the higher ground, you will get to the keyhole much easier, or can get to the keyhole view that we were talking about earlier. So we're gonna go ahead and take the left trail here. And keep in mind, I think we're already getting close to, to about 5,000 feet elevation, and that can affect your breathing a little bit if you're not used to the climate out here. I'm definitely not used to that kind of climate, but we're here, we're learning, and we're gonna enjoy this trail. And one of the things that I love about hiking, it's a meditative activity, and you want to get things off your mind. This is the time to do something like this. You're walking, you're not gonna strain yourself too much, as long as you're careful and you can stay healthy. You can get the heart rate up a little bit, and just clear your mind from the challenges of the world, whatever you might be going through. I see a little birdie here. I have no idea what kind it is. I think we lost it, but that's all right. I'll keep going here. Little rabbit. Got a little bit of elevation here as well. But look at that. Nice, beautiful open view. The other thing I'm noticing is there's nobody out here right now. And I took the tip that I researched online to come early and beat the crowds. This is a weekday, we're Thursday, and they say it gets pretty busy out here. Alright, I want to keep climbing this trail here. Looks like it's getting a little rough in this area. And we'll see what we discover as we continue the trail. So we're almost a mile in, and we got a pretty steady incline here. Right after that fork that we took the high ground on, and it's definitely a steady incline. With a 5,000 feet of elevation, you can lose your breath a little bit, even if you are in shape. I think maybe I'm just out of shape, who knows. But I'm not too sure, but maybe that's the keyhole. I see different keyholes, but maybe we still need to get to the top to make sure that we are indeed looking at the actual keyhole. This is 3/4 of a mile up the wild loop on the high ground, and this is the back view. Wanted to show you another open view here, and this is also very beautiful, all very pretty out here. And we're creeping up on something up there. Could that be the keyhole? And by the way, guys, I'm using All Trails as my guide in case I go off, you know, the beaten path. I have this All Trails app that helps me stay on track, and it keeps record of trails you did, and it's just like your little GPS in your pocket, especially if you haven't done a trail and you're not familiar with the terrain or the geography here. It's very helpful to use an app like this. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. It's just research that I done when you want to go hiking. You know, people use different apps and stuff like that, but I like this one so far, and I really appreciate that they got something like this, especially for beginners. You know, I'm not a advanced hiker by no means, but you know, in my early Army days in my 20s, we did some major hiking activity, especially with a lot of gear and stuff like that. But you know, that was in my 20s. I'm trying to just stay healthy and make sure I get the proper exercise. Coming up on a sign over here, but before we look at that sign, it says no rock climbing there. This sign over here, look at this, beautiful. All right, we have some mountain man history here. Let's go up this way and see what we have over the top here. Oh, this is the peak view. Very, very nice. It gives you the different peaks that you can look out for. It's beautiful. It goes all the way to 8,000 feet elevation. Wow. Check out this. The Twin Peaks. Up to 14,000 elevation. Boy, those are dead center. But look at that view. Beautiful homes, as they were saying, you see on the trail. Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. We have a sign for the keyhole to the left with another fork in the road here. and you have a bypass if you like to go this way. But according to the map, they both meet at the same endpoint. So if you keep going, it will take you to the same spot. All right, it looks like we made it to the keyhole, a little over a mile. And here is the keyhole. Wow. Just beautiful. Have a little bench there to take a break. So if you ever do the Devil's Backbone and you're wondering how long does it take to get to the keyhole, I have a little over a mile, like 1.2 miles. The sun is rising, facing the keyhole right now. We're in the AM hours, and we're almost about 0700 hours. It's still nice and cool. There's some elevation coming up off and on, but it's not too crazy. If you're in average good physical condition, I believe you can do it. But this is what it's all about, hiking. This is very meditative hiking, and it not only exercises you physically but also spiritually. And whatever you might be going through in life, I don't know what your case is, relationship problems, financial problems, personal problems, whatever your case is, come out and find a high community trail where you can clear your mind, clear your body and your spirit, and become centered again in balance, because this is what you need. You need to exercise. It gives you blood flow. It releases endorphins that make you feel better, and so on. And so this is the importance of just getting out in nature and just enjoying, you know, creation, everything that is out here that we are fortunate to have. And so here is the keyhole once again. Just beautiful. And at this point, you can either do the extended trail, keep on going maybe another mile. That's probably what I'm going to shoot for right now, and then turn around. Noticing that the trail is getting a little bit moderate, and this is behind me. Still a nice view though. We are about almost 2 miles in. This is about half a mile after the keyhole. The trail gets a little bit more challenging, and I think you can still do it if you're in, you know, average to good physical condition. And I already seen some joggers out here making it look like easy and also people jogging with their dogs and stuff like that. But you know, I'm hiking. I do have a pack on, and I'm not sure how much it weighs, and probably about 15-20 pounds. And this is the view going back up after the keyhole. It has a lot of swirls and twists, but it's manageable and it's still clear. But definitely elevation is going up through here. This is about 1.9 miles up the wild loop at Devil's Backbone. Here is another open space and view that you can appreciate when you're about 2 miles in. And we're gonna keep going. Our goal is 6 miles, but you know, I am starting to feel it a little bit. But if you take frequent breaks after you get winded because of the elevation, or just the difficulty of the trails. You'll get your energy back. Just pace yourself. And like I said earlier, these joggers out here, just jogging it like it's the track, you know. But I'm sure they have trained and worked up to that. They make it look easy. But my excuse, I am carrying a pack. And it slows you down, of course. And of course, I need to get in better shape. This was coming up the mountain here. Pretty moderate through there, you know, got to be careful. Don't slip. But if you got good traction shoes, you should be all right. Another beautiful view when you get to the top part of this part of the trail here. Puts in perspective, you know, the reward of hiking. And we got a little bit more elevation to go here, and let's just keep on going. Let's see what our All Trails is saying here. So yeah, this is my pace. Already a little over an hour for 2 miles. That's a lot of time to do that, but you know, I'm recording, I'm taking frequent breaks, so it's not a competition unless you're wanting to be. But you know, this is my pace right now that I'm sharing with you. But again, I'm taking my time and not overdoing it. I want to enjoy nature as well and look out at the beautiful views. And we're going to keep on going here. I'm going to shoot for the 3 mile mark and turn around, but we'll see how it goes. All right, we're here at the Laughing Horse Trail, and we have a choice here: difficult, or I assume easier. Well, we're almost 3 miles in, and you just kind of start feeling it at about 3 miles in your legs and your feet. At least that's for my body, you know, my physical condition. But I think since I'm not going to go much further, I just want to hit the 3 mile mark and turn around. I'm going to just get a little taste of this difficult path and check it out, and we'll start right here. Still have some pretty nice views here. Feels like you get a little bit more secluded out here when you're at the Laughing Horse Trail. So here we go. So this is what they probably mean by a little bit more difficult. It's just got some more rugged terrain, you know, coming up here through this trail. The Laughing Horse, the difficult side, a lot more steeper, more rocks, and so just keep that in mind if you decide to take the difficult path for the Laughing Horse Trail. Alright guys, I made it to the 3 mile mark, and we got some friends in the area. They're just staring at me. There they are. But I'm gonna take my break right here, have a little energy bar, get hydrated a little more, and keep on going. Everything from here on out, guys, is gonna be just reverse operation. There's gonna be some trails on the way back that I may take the lower ground or just keep going the same way that I came. But either way, I have the all trails map. It's gonna keep me on track. I won't get lost out of here. Oh, hopefully I don't get lost out here. But I hope that you enjoyed this little trail video, the Devil's Backbone. If you ever have time, come out to Colorado or just another area to do a trail and just relieve your mind, your body, your spirit, get your mind off things, off problems. Come out and clear yourself, reset, and then after it, you'll be proud of yourself that you did it. You'll be proud that you accomplished something. You're getting physical fitness and health, and you can keep on moving on forward in life. If you like content like this, subscribe to the channel. I talk about personal development. I also, of course, like talking about nature and things that can help us meditate and just reset our entire well-being and improve our personal development. All right, here we are at the finish line. Almost 6 miles. Nice hike.